Get it in there!
This is chaos.
Hi guys, I'm Rupert. I'm Charlie. And we're the AveryTwins. Welcome back to another episode, and today we're going to be making mac and cheese. What you're going to need for this recipe is 600 grams of your finest dried macaroni. You're going to need 500 grams of grated mozzarella. You're going to need a handful of Panko breadcrumbs, 2 cups of milk, a cup of cream, 30 grams of butter, 30 grams of flour, some chopped chives, 100 grams of Taleggio, 160 grams of Fontina. Very beautifully said. And that is all you're going to need. Step 1. Dried mac! Dried mac! Make mac, not crack. Hey, I said, you just took what I just said. We're going to season our water before we start. Perfect. Pinch of salt in. Dump it in, boy! And we're going to cook that for about 8 minutes until it's soft. Well, until it's al dente. Preferably a little bit under al dente. Because it's going to cook in the cheese. You know exactly what you're doing, dude! Oh, yeah! Oh! You grab a pot, the big one. The big pot, yes, yes, yes! That is the one I needed! In the nice warm saucepan, we're going to put 30 grams of butter in. Cool. And we're going to let that melt. Let's get into it, boobly. Michael Boobly. You want to melt that butter all the way through? Yeah. Making macaroni! Okay, so once the butter is melted, we're going to add in our 30 grams of flour. Yes. And this is what we call a roux. Whatever that means. And then it's going to clump together, and what you want to do is whisk out, make sure that all the flour is absorbed the butter, and it's going to go a bit clumpy, look a bit weird, but that's okay. And we're going to cook the flour out just a bit. Try not to burn it. If it's a bit too hot in your pan, just turn it down and just cook it out for about 3 to 4 minutes, just so we don't get that sort of floury taste in the sauce. Nice. The only time you make mac and cheese is either when you're a child or when you're high. No, we're actually making this for you because you're a child. That looks disgusting. Right, okay, that's slightly burning now, so we're going to turn it down. What we're going to do, we're going to add in our milk. But we're only going to add a little bit of it at a time. So, that's what you want to hear. Whisk, 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 whisking, 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 whisking. Hold off on the other half. Put it back on the heat. Shit. Let that thicken up. What it's going to do is the flour is going to soak up the milk, and it's going to start getting thicker. But what we want to try to achieve is we're going to once we add all the milk in, it's going to be a bit thin. But when we start adding our grated cheese in, it's going to get thicker and thicker, and it's going to turn into a nice elastic cheese sauce. Beautiful. Now you can see it's thicking up. Nice. There's no lumps because we hate lumps. What we're doing, we're still cooking out the flour as we're doing this process. So, process. Yeah, you got that? Yummy, 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 yummy. I like that dude. He's a cool dude. I met him once. No, you did. Yeah, man. And we're going to keep adding in our milk until it gets thick. We're going to add the last of our milk in now. Let's go. Yeah, you want to add in your milk bit by bit, get it to a thick point, add it again, until all the milk is added. And it should look a little bit thin. Macaroni. You're not keeping an eye on that either. Oh, sorry, now I'm doing 2 pots at once. Alright, good. They're looking good. They're looking tasty. Looking tasty. Now the pasta should be done. Are you using that phone as a reference to what you're doing? No, I'm using it as a timer. Right, what we're going to do is when you drain off the noodles, when you put it in the sink, you're going to put a mug underneath the colander, and we're going to catch a cup of pasta water in the process. Yes, it's crazy, it's weird, but it's fine. Hey, wait, no, because you're going to get the pasta. Doesn't matter. There's a nice cup of pasta water for you. None of this stuff. You actually going to pull that back and do it your way? You're a stubborn. Go on, do it. No, because there's bits of pasta in there. So what I've done, I've drained the pasta water. I've drained it. I've refreshed the pasta in cold water so it's completely cool, and that's going to stop it from overcooking. So it's perfectly al dente. Yeah, you want it a little bit al dente. Maybe just a little bit below, because we're going to be baking it in liquid again, and it's still going to like cook. I mean, the last thing you want is kind of like really overcooked pasta. Yeah. It's in a colander. We're going to leave it to the side. What some people do as well, they can put a glug of olive oil to stop it sticking, but that's okay. I mean, we can, yeah, why not? Why don't we do a little bit of that? Put a little bit of olive oil on. That stops it sticking. Mix it around. Right, now we're going to move on to step 3. Step 3, finishing your cheese sauce. Right, so we're now on this stage. It's thickened up slightly. We've kept our pasta water, and this is important to keep a cup of this because it's got all the starch from the pasta in the water, so that's still going to be a good thickener. Okay, so the cup is going to go in. Whisk. Good. And the sauce is going to look pretty thin at this point. Well, that's okay because it's going to change now. Because what we're going to do is we've got our 500 grams of grated mozzarella. And on a high heat, we're going to whisk and bit by bit slowly start adding in our cheese. And that's going to come together nicely. That way we're going to have a lot of cheese sauce, it's going to look good, it's going to be melty in there. You can already actually see it's starting to... It's already thickening up. Great, so the last of the mozzarella's gone in, and we're just going to mix that up. Incorporate all of it in, you don't want any lumps, just make sure it's all in there. And now that you've added your mozzarella, this is the kind of consistency you want, you can already see that it's really starting to kind of come together as a cheese sauce. Now we're cooking! You always love doing that kind of stuff. I just feel like it looks really impressive, you know what I'm saying? Just leave it there, stop making a mess. Right, the cup of cream goes in. Fuck me, it's so creamy and cheesy. It's probably too creamy and cheesy. It's never too creamy and cheesy, right? She said. Oh, it's a nice creamy cheesy sauce. Right, let's season it up. Season this bad boy up. Some black pepper. And if you wanted to, you can put like red Leicester cheddar in there, whatever you may want. Whatever cheese you like. Some salt. Careful because you are dealing with cheese, and cheese is already quite salty, so taste as you go. The macaroni, I'm now going to pour it into our pot here. Why don't you put it into the cast iron? Well, I'm going to mix it in this big one and then we'll pour it in there. Okay, cool. So you can now pour that in there, bros. Step 4, let's move on to the next phase of our operation. Cast iron pan. So you can use that, or you can use a serving dish of your choice, something that is going to basically show off your mac and cheese. It could be a Pyrox, it can be a tray, it could be a pot, I don't know. I know what you may be thinking, that looks way too liquidy to be a mac and cheese. That's fine, that's okay. Actually, the liquider, probably the better, because when that starts cooking, the pasta's going to start cooking, which is going to start absorbing. So, and the last thing you want to do is, when I've done this, like this happened loads of times to me, where I've like made the sauce so thick and baked it, and then when I come to like eat it, it's so dry. It's like eating a fucking brick, and then it sits in your stomach, and then you feel sad, and then you don't want to do anything for the rest of the day. Kind of just feel like, and then you can't sleep well. So we're gonna pour it in. Pour it in. Let me give me some assistance. Some assistance, please, sir. Wait. Oh, hold up, sir. And you're going to put this in your nice dish. Nice. Oh, Now we're going to make it rain. Keep it on.
Well, if you don't wash up, then what do you do here?
Step 5. Now we're going to start garnishing and finishing off our mac and cheese before it goes into the oven.
We're going to put breadcrumbs on the top. Breadcrumbs is great, and you can use any breadcrumbs, but I use panko, and that's going to be a really nice thing. It's going to crust over and give a really nice layer.
A really nice crusty top.
Crusty top. So always do that. I think
a nice crunch when you bite in, followed by the nice gooey, ooey
cheese.
Oozy cheese.
And don't be stingy with the breadcrumbs. Make sure it goes on there. Make sure there's a nice good layer of breadcrumbs in.
You want to get the sides because the side bit is the best bit.
Yeah, it's going to colour really nice.
We're going with our cheese. This is the
You don't need to go
Fontina.
You don't need all of it. You can use all of it.
You can use any cheese you want at this point. But
this is good to always have in the fridge anyway. Bit of Fontina. Always have a good stock of cheeses in the fridge. Because there's one thing I know, love cheese.
By do you mean people like you? Give me some of this action. I mean, you're doing a job. You're doing a terrible job.
Okay.
The Fontina is done, making it rain.
Right, Taleggio, this lifts levels. This is what brings this is what turns you into a man. This is just buy Taleggio. Buy it now. And we're gonna cut thin slices.
This is bordering out now.
Don't worry about the rind. The rind is flavour. I'm not doing it. And
oh my god.
When I cut Rupert, just spread it around.
Okay.
And this meltiness is just levels, man. This is the shit. This is stuff, right? This is money. Also, another good cheese you get from England is a really good melty one's Oakleshield. Now that's a sick cheese. That's really good for toasties. Right. Now the cheese is evenly spread. We're gonna go with some pepper over the top.
Just gets better and better and better and better and better and better.
Little oregano, any kind of spice, just over the top, nice.
Flavor gains.
Flavor gains. That's it. That's what you need. It's a weird
oregano bay.
Just make it sing a little bit, you know?
Singing right now. You will of course preheated your oven to
200 degrees.
Let's do that one more time. You will then put your mac and cheese in the oven for
15 minutes.
And you will then take it out and enjoy
until it is golden brown.
Let's get it in. Let's get that in there, boy.
Or just keep checking until it's hot.
Yeah! Get it in there! It's hot. Go, bro.
Right, let's do it.
Look at that mac and cheese. You've got to f***ing sign it off. See you later, mac and cheese. It's in. We will see you in 15 minutes with delicious mac and cheese. Beautiful, so there we have it, our wonderful mac and cheese. It's nice and crispy, I think you can hear it.
Oh my god. Okay, so now we have the chopped chives here. We're going to sprinkle over. Give it some colour. Oh my gosh! Make it very gourmet, you know? And now this is, the next step's optional. You don't have to do this. Just over the top of some nice rocket, you know? And we're gonna go with a nice squeeze of lemon. Just over the top of our rocket. Just to slowly, And this is just, this will cut through the cheese real nice. We'll just give that a nice little
Oh my god!
Put some salt.
Mate, it smells so good. I had to try and stop myself from swearing there.
That's just what we're gonna do, we're gonna pile that nicely over the top. And that is good to put in there.
Guys, so there you have it, a very simple, easy mac and cheese. Thank you so much for watching this video. It is delicious, it is gourmet, it will blow your friends and your family away.
And just with the little simple touches, you can elevate a dish. You know, I just think the different cheeses we use just makes it that much more special.
really does. And as always guys, like, subscribe, push that notification button if you want to see more. Comment down below, we would love to hear from you, and we will see you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode.
Take care. Peace out. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. My baby don't mess around, but
Can you just...
it's exceptional work, man.
We just bottling the shit right now. Our food looks...
Oh.
Oh.